Hey, my YouTube family. Yeah, I'm on here tonight. I'm kind of bold with the rollers in with the pink and blue to do a video just for you. Bars. Yeah, I kind of try to rhyme a little bit for you. But anywho, how's everybody doing during this cold freeze that's coming in? I know you probably hear the dripping in the background. That's the sink and everything. I got the water, running that way. The pipes don't, burst. Hopefully everything runs real smooth. I don't know, you know. I remember back in the day we didn't have YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff then. When it was bad weather, you went with the flow and everything was everything. It passed by, we got what we needed. We didn't flood the stores. We didn't do all the extra stuff you see that's going on today. But I digress. So tonight I thought before I go to bed, I do y'all a video. I'm just on here, just freestyling with the rollers and stuff. But anywho, you get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. But anyway, I wanted to come on here because, normally I do videos and some of them don't really be that bad, that dark. But I rarely come on and give positive feedback on relationships. So guess what? Tonight, I got a positive message for you. I sure do. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And tonight, I'm going to give you the good. So tonight, I talked to a childhood friend I've been knowing since I was maybe 14 or 15 years old. Good guy, good stand-up guy. Family man, takes good care of his family. Most of all, what I really like about my friend is that he's a stand-up guy. He's a leader. I've seen him take people under his wings and help them find jobs, help them get themselves suited for careers. He's a person that will go out of his way to help anybody. And he's always been that way since I've been knowing him. So tonight I wanted to make this video and I wanted to use him as an example that, ladies, there are good guys. I know I did videos and, not really spoke too highly. I didn't really speak that bad, but I didn't really give a lot of credit to the brothers. There are some good men. It's not all bad. Chivalry is not all, not dead like some people say. It's not bad. You really got some guys that really go that extra mile to be a good person, to be a good husband or a good provider, or just a good guy in the community for young men that maybe didn't have fathers in the house, that, just need a little guidance. And this particular person, he know who I'm talking about because he's one of my subscribers on here. So I hope he sees it, the whole conversation. I might have been on the phone for maybe 2 years. 2 years. I'm sorry, 2 hours. But this guy is, I think a video should be made about him because he's always, even when we were younger, stand-up guy, a gentleman. You hear him talk, you don't really hear him bashing nobody or talking down on nobody. If it's anything, he's going to go that extra mile to help you. And I wanted to use him as an example tonight before I go to bed, just to say that, ladies, there are good guys. There are providers for their family that do go the extra mile. Fathers to, children that may not be theirs. It don't matter. He's the type of guy, if I called him and had an issue and needed, somebody for my boys to speak to, he would be that guy to speak to him. And no, it ain't nothing about getting in the panties and none of that stuff there. Just a genuine guy. The only time I've ever heard him get frustrated or say something is when he's really going that extra mile to do something for somebody or to really help them progress themselves. And he see the potential, but they don't see it in themselves. That's the only time I've really just seen him just downhearted or frustrated. But this particular guy, like I said, is really an example that there are men that are leaders in their family, providers in their family, really the head of their household, protector. I mean, he's the type you call him, it's a problem, he got a solution to that problem. When y'all talk, everybody ain't got to know what y'all talked about. You know, he is that type of guy. Spiritual, family oriented, quick to tell you to pray as opposed to worrying or complaining about stuff. That kind of fellow. Prime example that there are good men that's still here on this earth. It might be far and few, but there are good men that are out there. Everybody, not all men are bad or dogs or just low down. You got some men that are really stand up guys. When they stand before God and they marry their spouse or become a father, they're there. You don't hear a lot. I've never, not one time, ever heard him complain about anything that he does for his family. He's there with his family. Like I said, this guy is a father to many. And it ain't even really got to be his biological blood. He's that kind of guy. And it just make me feel good to say that, for me to be able to sit here and say that I have experienced and know a person firsthand that has that type of morality about themselves and really stand on it. And not only just him, the family, the father, the grandfather. Matter of fact, the grandfather is still living. His grandfather, I think, is 106 years old. I mean, this guy has longevity in his family. Good guy. The father, good guy. The grandfather, good guy. The whole family. So people still exist that got that kind of, that kind of blood that run through them. And just think, I know he's passing it on to his son, and hopefully his son pass it on to, it goes on and on and on, because you don't find people with that type of, just let me say this. I really feel wholeheartedly that we all are here to serve and be there for each other. It's not about self first, self-preservation. I know I say this a lot on these videos, but I really mean it from the heart and really mean, really hope that it touches somebody's understanding. We're not here for a long time. We're here on this earth for a short time. And it's what you make out of it. No matter what you accumulate, if it's a material thing, you die today or tomorrow, you can't take none of that with you. None of it with you. But your legacy, who you are as a person, how you treat people, how you go through life, stands for something. And a lot of people don't seem to get that. It's not just me. Just like the videos that I post, a lot of them, I mean, like I've said before, if it runs up to subscribers, cool. If it don't, cool. If I never make a dime, it doesn't matter. But I know it's somebody that's going to see my videos that can relate to me and maybe just never had nobody that they could talk to. It's something that I said that I can pass on to somebody to help them. To help them. And that's what it's really about. It takes a lot of courage. I know I'm silly sometimes on here, but it takes a lot of courage to get in front of a camera and talk on it. And thousands of people, you don't know if they're going to judge you, how they're going to feel about it, what they think. Hey, I think I've had maybe one or two people that may have come on and left a message. And I know that when I get on here, it's a possibility it's going to be somebody that may not like it. Or you may trigger people in a way where they might be against it. We can agree to disagree. Long as when you leave comments, if it's a comment that's, that you leave it, make sure you're respectful with it. Because I always remain respectful on my page when I post something on my page. I always give a discretion of hey, this is my opinion. It's never to rub anybody the wrong way. But I wanted to make the video tonight. Now, it was a pleasure talking to my friend, my lifelong childhood friend, to just give an example to the women that there are some good men that do not mistreat their wives, do not mistreat their girlfriends, good fathers to their children, good grandfathers to their children. I mean, this guy here, you can't even tell which I don't really agree with stepchildren. You marry somebody, those children become a part of you as well. Whether you had them or whether you made them or not. If you're married, you got a combined, you combine your families together. It's a blended family. But this guy here, like I said, he's a father to many, you know, a leader, a person that's a stand-up guy in the community that don't mind, you know, if he sees somebody going the wrong way, you know, he gonna stop you and talk to you and guide you. If you're fatherless, you just found one today. That's the kind of brother he is. He'll do anything for anybody. No, he ain't no pushover. Ain't nothing weak about him. But I think it takes a lot of strength. A lot of strength to step outside of yourself and give a part of yourself. And you see this person that you might have met that was down and out, and you gave them hope. You seen them going the wrong way. You see them going toward prison, or you see them going toward the grave, and you were able to stop that person and say something to them and put something and store something in them when they were lost, and see that person flourish. To me, that takes a lot of courage. That's a man, that's a woman that can stand up and be something to someone else and bring out the best in them. But anywho, y'all have a wonderful night. I don't want to keep you. You know, I can get long-winded on here. And I hope everybody is staying safe during this freeze. Prayers to everybody. Prayers to the homeless. Because I seen a few people today sleeping on sidewalks and stuff, and it just really made me feel so bad. You know, if I had a bunch of money, you know, and I was just rich, excuse my French, I'm really soft at heart. If I could take care of everybody or build a house or buy some property where people could have a place to stay, just somewhere to go to have something to eat, I would give all that I had to do that for somebody. And this ain't just no talk for on here. This is the real me. I really have compassion and empathy for people. So don't forget to pray for everybody and be safe. And remember what I said, we all here on this earth to be of service to each other. It ain't just all about self. You need allies. You need people to be, I ain't saying be no, you know, be gullible or just let people take advantage of you. I'm not saying that. You can tell that kind of spirit if you getting around people that got an opportunistic, you know, spirit that's on them. You could tell when somebody really genuine or when somebody trying to get over. But anyway, y'all be blessed. I love y'all and thank everybody, all of you that leave comments to me. And I'm going to write y'all names down and shout you out. Everybody that subscribe to me and take the time to listen. You could be anywhere, but you choose to come on here and just listen to little old me. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And God bless you. God love you. I love you. Be safe. Y'all take care.